Welcome back to another episode of This Monster Wants to Eat Me. So in the previous episode, we got to see a bit of a plan from Shiori, right? So she said that she wants to fatten up our... Oh my god, I'm not remembering the name from the top of my head. I'm blanking on the main character's name, but she basically revealed the plan of, I want to fatten you up a bit. So, in a way, so she was like, basically, you're gonna taste the best when you're physically and mentally at your peak, at your best, right? So she's like, well, I need to fix you before I can eat you, right? Which is so interesting because that now gives us an interesting proposition of, well, she needs to first help her out to get through this mental anguish. She has an actual selfish reason to help out our main character, Shiori does, to help out our main character to get out of this current situation, even though at the end of the day, the end goal is to eat her. So, you know, it makes a really interesting story. Our main character basically wants to die right now because of everything that she's going through. And she's like, yeah, man, I really want you to eat me. I really want you to kill me and get me out of my misery. But then Shiori's like, well, for me to actually eat you, I'm gonna need to get you out of this mindset first and then eat you. So yeah, really cool stuff. I guess let's see where it's gonna go from here. So if you wanna watch this, Uncut and Unblurred is always on Patreon in the description. And let's go into This Monster Wants to Eat Me, episode 3. ひなこ。
家畜に食べ頃があるのなら、人間にだって食べ頃があると思いませんか?
It's so interesting. I wonder how they're gonna go about this. The Sea of Hope. Ah, almost.
今は風変わりな屋台がいろいろあるんですね。ひなこも来てくださいよ。早く早く。一体どうしてこんなことに。夏祭りのお誘いに来ました。君を美味しくしに行きましょう。
She's trying to fix you so she can eat you. ボバ? Yeah. It's caramel.
人の話も全然聞いてくれない。あら？人が増えてきましたね。ああ、なるほど。もうすぐ花火が。ひなこ。それなのに。はぐれないようにしてくださいね。怖いくらい優しい。変な感じ。こうして誰かに手を引かれてお祭りなんて、まるであの頃みたい。お父さん、お母さん、お兄ちゃん、お祭り楽しいね。
I don't think this fixing is working the way that Shiori intended it to.
ひなこ、どうかしたんですか?
Yeah.
ごめんなさい。ひなこ?
The cracks.
来るんじゃなかった。嫌でも思い出して。違う。嫌なはずがない。家族のことを思い出したくないわけじゃない。忘れたいなんて一度だって思ったことないけど。でも。
ほら、コウ君。お空見ててごらん。花火が上がるよ。
Damn, she can't catch a break. Every single thing. God. Poor thing.
苦しい。花火綺麗だったね。後で写真送ってね。ああ、こ
Temple?
んなところにいたんですね、ひなこ。もう、急にいなくなるんですから。ずいぶんと探し回ったんですよ。来ないで。ひなこ。しおりさん。私がもっと美味しくなるまで食べないって言ってたけど、多分もうこれ以上は美味しくならないよ。だって、お祭りなんて来なきゃよかったって後悔してる。あなたのことを信じて待ってみようと思ったことを後悔してしまう。私を美味しくするって言うけど、しおりさんが優しくしてくれるほど考えちゃうの。本当に私を食べるつもりがあるのかなって。
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. That's what I said in the previous episode, right?
本当に君は何も分かってない。しおりさん、大
Whoa!
丈夫ですよ。私、人ではないので。
Hitodenashi.
まったく、本能のまま君に牙を向ける連中が羨ましい。私だって本当は、今すぐ君の皮を剥いで、腹を裂いて、腹綿全部を引きずり出して、爪の一枚すら余さず食らい尽くしたい。なのに君と来たら、わざわざ祭りにまで連れてきてあげたというのに、美味しくならないかもとか、優しくするからとか、何なんですかもう。私はこんなに頑張って君を美味しくしようとしているんですよ。そんな私の気持ちを知らないで、置いてきぼりにしたり。それはごめんなさい。なんで私が謝ってるんだろう。分かっていただければいいんです。それでは、ひなこが私のことを一つ分かったところで、お互いの理解と親睦を深めるため、私からひなこに一つ質問があります。質問って。
Hmm.
前々から思っていたんですけど、君、なんでそんなに死にたがっているんです？
Hmm. Fair question. Give it a bit of a therapy session.
そんなこと思ってない。とは言わせませんよ。確かに君の血肉は他の人間とは比べ物にならないほど美味しそうですが、私に言わせれば陸に打ち上げられて腐ったクジラのような匂いなんですよね。腐りかけが一番美味しいなんていう輩もいますが、私、見ての通り美食家なんですよね。人のこと腐ったクジラとかさすがに。知っていますか、ひなこ。死にたがってる人間は、総じてそんな匂いなんですよ。それだけじゃありません。先日磯女に襲われた時、君は驚きこそすれど、抵抗する素振りすら見せなかった。私が君を食べると発言するたび、それを望んでいるようにも見えましたしね。どうしてなんです？本当にこの人の瞳は しおりさんに初めて会った時から思ってたの。それはどういう私の
Ooh, oh.
家族が車ごと焼かれて飲み込まれた海。
She still has a scar from it.
怖いくらいに
Also, they were
そっくり。
dragged into the ocean?
私が6歳の時、家族みんな死んじゃったの。初めての家族旅行。
I see. Okay, they were dragged into the sea. They sunk to the bottom of the sea.
途中で私だけ外に放り出されて、気がつけば両親も兄も燃える車ごと海の中。私は何もできなかった。あの時いっそ私もみんなと一緒に、あと数メートル這いすれば家族と同じ黒い海。でもね、聞こえちゃったの。ひなこだけは生きて。
I love this OST.
幻聴だったかもしれない。燃える車から人の声なんて届くはずがない。でもはっきりと耳に残っている。あの声は確かに。だから私は死にたいくらい悲しくても、死にたいなんて絶対に言っちゃいけない。家族の分まで。私は
Mm-hmm.
ひなこ、そんな時、あなたがやってきた。
Yeah, so she feels like she wants to die, but she feels like she needs to live on. But if someone else kills her, then she feels like it's inevitable. And that would be a loophole where she could finally die.
ずっと望んでた。残酷で優しくて気まぐれに人を殺したり生かしたりできる。人の力じゃどうしようもない。あの日家族を飲み込んだ海みたいな、私の命を絶対的に奪ってくれる何か。なるほど。
Yeah.
君は自分が生き残ったことを幸運だとは思わなかったのですか？大切な人たちが突然みんないなくなって、私だけ助かってラッキーだったなんて思える。私は思いますけどね。ほんと、ひとでなし。
Ah, title drop.
今のお話で君のこともだいぶわかりました。親睦を深めるというのは実に素晴らしいことですね。死にたいのにそれを口に出すことすら許されない。
Mm.
実に人間らしい君に私から一つ助言をしてあげましょう。君はご家族の望み通り日々を健やかに生きてください。でも悲しみ以外にも目を向けてください。そうすればいずれ月日が君の心を癒してくれる。そして君が人生に希望と喜びを見出して死にたくない、もっと生きたいと願った時、私が君のすべてを食らい尽くします。ですからひなこ、
Yep.
早く私に食べられたいと願うなら幸福に生きる努力をしてください。
It is a really cool conflict of interest, isn't it?
何それ、利害関係の一致というやつです。
I don't think it's
ひなこの
mutual.
頑張り次第でみんなが揃って報われる。
I think it's very conflicting
なんだか私に丸投げ
or
な気がす
opposing.
るけど、ひなこに期待してるってことですよ。しおりさん、私、しおりさんよりひどい人が現れたら っちに食べられに行っちゃうかもしれないよ。そんなことは絶対にありえません。
She won't allow it.
どんな人でなしがやってきても
She won't allow it.
君の指
Yep.
一本くれてやるつもりはありませんから。そうだよ、店まだ空いてたら寄っていきましょう。私もしおりさんも血まみれなんだけど。普通の人間に
Yeah, I was gonna say, they probably can't see it. Yeah, it's a
塵に
yokai.
塵になるから平気ですよ。さあ、早く。
Also, it makes sense why she's always wearing long sleeves now. She has a permanent scar
お父さん、お母さん、
on her arm.
お兄ちゃん、私頑張るよ。一日も早くみんなのところへ行くために、どんな地獄のうな底でも笑って生きる。何食べます？ああ、もうあんまり空いてないですね。東京ケーキならやってるけど。なんですそれ？ベビーカステラみたいな。
Oh, oh no.
ひなこ。
Oh no.
早く私に食べられたいと思うなら、幸福に生きる努力をしてください。行ってきます。
I think Shiori just found the trick to be the best therapist possible.
不思議。昨日まではただの幻想に。
It's like legit the perfect storm of events.
苦しいくらい煩わしいだけだった夏の太陽も、あの人の言葉一つでこんなにも違って感じるものなんだ。
Yo, what's up?
おはよう。おはよう、ニコちゃん。今日は私の方が早かったね。今朝は体調良さそうだね。まあね。そう毎日寝込んでもいられないし。てか、ひなここそなんか元気そうじゃん。なんかいいことでもあった？どうだろう。何その意味ありげな反応。ねえ、何？めちゃくちゃ気になるんですけど。なんでもないって。
Farzo eye, man.
ああ、そういえばさ、花火見えた？
Load the trap.
しおりさんと一緒に行ったところ。
Those eyes. Yes, correct.
昨日のお祭りのこと？そうそう、家の2階から見
The
える
trap.
って言ってたでしょ？家？他に何かあるの？
No.
そう、よかった。見られてたわけじゃなかったんだ。家でね、花火の時間ちょうどお風呂に入って。見てないの？
Digging yourself a grave
去年のもすごかっ
there.
たけど、今年のやつめっちゃ大きくてね。そうだったんだ。ひなこにも見てほしい。
Please tell me she has an image of them, a picture of them.
あるから見て見て。
Of Shiori and Hinako. Please.
やっぱりニコちゃんに悪いことしちゃったかな。昨日私とお祭りに行ったこと、あの子に内緒にしてほしい？できれば。別に構いませんけど、それぐらいで怒るような子には見えませんけどね。
I think she was holding way more against you that she lied
私の
than
方に噛みつきそうですけど。
yeah. Than if you actually just tell the
ってい
truth.
うか、傷つけちゃうかもしれないから。
Lying is more hurtful.
彼女は少々特別なようですね。あの事故の後。ほら、あの子。八乙女さんのところのお嬢さん。周りの人はみんな、私に対して腫れ物を扱うように接してきたの。
I get that.
まだ小さいのに、かわいそうに。で 私のそばにずっといてくれた優しい子なんだよ。とっても。わかりました。昨夜のことは黙っておきましょう。親友思いの君の意を汲んでね。ありがとう。それに私のひな子の親友ということは、すなわち私の親友と言っても過言ではありませんしね。それはちょっと違う気がするけど。じゃあ私、ゴミ捨ててくるから。はい。ほうきは私が片付けておきますね。うん。よろしくね。やれやれ。
Ew.
偽装女を始末したとき、ついでにここら一帯の妖怪を牽制したつもりだったんですけど。
Ew. That's
そもそも
disgusting.
知性も理性もないうぞうむぞう相手ではあまり意味がなかったみたいですね。しかし想像以上ですね。あの子がここまで妖怪を引き寄せるとは。よくまあ今日まで5体満足でいられたもので。やだ、何これ。
Ooh. You end it like that? What? Okay. So I was thinking just right now about this ending, right? So Miko. So yeah, I was thinking about this entire thing here at the end, right? If she actually can see the yokai, I was like, why would that be? So, and I was like, okay, why can Hinako see yokai? I'm gonna guess that it's because of how miserable she is, and if you get to the point where you're miserable enough, you probably are so at the rock bottom that you can actually see under the bottom, which would be, I guess, the world of the yokai. It's something along those lines, you know, where you're at such rock bottom that you can actually see the yokai. That was my guess. And now here I was thinking maybe because Miko got so shocked, and like is feeling so down because of everything that happened, and it's her like obviously seeing Hinako at the festival, not just seeing her there, but then Hinako lying to her, which I think is the major blow. Not actually seeing Hinako there, but Hinako lying. That I feel like is way worse. That could have shocked her. But then I was like, I don't think that would make too much sense, because I feel like every person at some point in their life went through like those kind of things where they're at rock bottom. So did every person in their life at some point see yokai? I guess yokai may not be that abundant. Maybe usually people wouldn't see them if they were in that kind of headspace. But the reason why she would see it here is because yokai are attached or attracted to Hinako, right? So maybe that would be the case. But also, I don't know. That feels like a bit of a stretch, because I feel like there's definitely a lot of the other people around that school and stuff who are also going through stuff that makes them miserable. So I think that's a weak theory. So I don't know then. I don't know. I also do wonder if they're gonna expand a bit more on like why Hinako tastes as good as she does, because they kind of talked about, you know, how the death of wanting to or the smell of wanting to die makes you smell the way that you do. No, the wish of wanting to die makes you smell the way that you do. That's it. That's the phrasing. But also, I feel like once again, there's a lot of people who unfortunately do have the wish that they want to die and stuff like that, but they either don't have the guts to do it, they don't want to do it for certain reasons, or they do want to do it and they do plan on doing it. So why does Hinako like attract these yokai even more than those people do? Because it's not she's definitely not the only one who's as miserable as that, right? So I wonder what makes her so different from all of the other people. That's all things that I've been thinking about, right? Why specifically her? Why is she? Is it because she's also... No, I don't think so. I was gonna say, is it maybe because she's connected to the sea because of the accident, but also it's not just sea yokai that are attracted to her? I don't know. I do not know. Maybe we'll find out more, right? Maybe we will. Or maybe it is just one of those things where it's like, she just is, right? She's just the giga rare human. There's bound to be one human who's gonna taste the best out of every human in the world, I guess, the yokai, and she might just be like coincidentally that person, right? That's also completely possible. I don't know though. I do not know. I guess we'll see. All of those things. I love the OST of this. It adds so much to the entire vibe of the show. So, and as I said, there is a big conflict of interest that I find really interesting. It's kind of like a, you know, these two girls' goals are kind of like it's like a siphon, you know, it's like a siphon of, you know, they have two tubes or whatever filled with a liquid, and it's like a siphon. When one of them is filled, the other one gets siphoned out and it's empty. Or it's one of them is filled, the other one's empty. You know, if one's wishes are fulfilled, the other's wishes are completely contradicted, or I guess are completely broken. Because Hinako either is happy and doesn't want to die, but that's when she tastes the best and she's gonna die, or Hinako's miserable and wants to die, but she won't die because Shiori doesn't want to eat her at that point. So it's kind of like a conflict of interest there, right? So it's really, really interesting. I wonder how this is gonna go. I do wonder, like, my main theory, I guess, but that's a very vanilla theory that I don't think is gonna happen, is that Hinako and Shiori is just gonna fall in love to the point where Shiori makes Hinako happy in the end and then doesn't want to eat her because, well, she's in love with her or whatever. But I feel like that's a bit of a weak theory. I feel like that's the most bare bones minimum theory that could happen. But I do wonder what's gonna happen though. I do wonder. I guess we'll find out, right? For now, I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.